What a country are we living in called Nigeria? This country is a total crime against humanity. Man, if I began to showcase what is happening in this country, I swear to my living God, you will start panicking, because you still have 1 or 2 people in that damn country called Nigeria, no matter where you are. There is something that happened yesterday, and this thing that happened yesterday warranted the whole Nigeria police force to start protesting for this incident. Imagine a Nigeria police force coming out to start protesting just because of this incident. The terrorists have now strategized themselves in different capacities. Even the Air Force, they can go in and commit all the atrocities, and the government will not turn it into that way around. Please, let us see this video. Then we'll go into the details of the video. Don't go anywhere. Based on the information available to us, in Kaduna State, an Air Force striked one local government called Azarikis. This community, they strike this community not because they are targeting the terrorists. They strike this community just because the terrorists are the one piloting the affair of terrorism. And they succeeded by unaliving 300 innocent civilians in Kaduna State. Is there anything left in this country to be calling one Nigeria? Nothing left in this country. This country have been destroyed completely. I know you may be doubting it, as doubting Thomas used to be. Here is the video. Don't go anywhere. Watch the full clips.
On behalf of the President, I wish to convey our deep, felt condolences to officers and men of the Nigerian Army and other allied forces for all the lives lost. Our heart bleeds. We grieve with the families. The nation grieves with the families and the supreme sacrifices made by our gallant officers and men. But no matter how long the night is, it must give way to the light of the dawn. We are absolutely certain that in the fullness of time, truth, justice, and light will triumph over darkness and madness. The federal government is firmly and resolutely behind our armed forces. We'll continue to support them. We'll continue to support the bereaved families, and our prayers are with the families of our brave officers and men. May their souls rest in peace. And may God give the families and the good people of this country and the government and people of Borno State and other states of the Federation, including Yobe, Niger, Katsina, Sokoto, Zamfara, Kaduna, the fortitude to bear the irreparable losses. We shall found in the end.
Now, let's see what will happen for Sokoto now. When we talk now, they will say why we talk. If now for Southeast here now, Wahala Day. If now for East, Wahala Day. And they see them. If now for Niger Delta, Wahala Day. Now, they see what will happen. Bandits, they go community. Go tell community, say make them pack out from their community. The worst party, they give them 24 hours. And through, then they pack the come out. Sokoto State, we get military there. So many uniforms there. But then they pack out, they come out. No be shame to Nigeria soldiers. Nigeria uniform people. No be shame to Nigeria uniform. no be shown to our government, politician and honorable member. It no go well now. Bandits go enter community, say make them pack out. Why not the uniform take over the community? Tell the people stay. The people, the worst part, then they pack. They carry load, they come out. Local government chairman no talk anything. The governor no talk anything. The uniform people where they the state no talk anything. The people they busy, they pack, they come out. Or I see the man, see his name. His name na Bello Tunji. One man, Bello Tunji, enter community, say make all of them pack come out. And the people obey. Because the people know say the government no go protect them. They know say the uniform people no go protect them. Government no go allow them to protect. And why uniform go protect them? But government, honorable member, politics will they there. Because you know why? All these repentant bandits, repentant Boko Haram, na them full uniform. They full uniform. Repentant bandit, repentant Boko Haram, repentant Fulani herdsmen, all of them.
No. I did not resign from the Police Service Commission. Okay. You see, it's really unfortunate. Mahmoud Jega should tell us who bought him a house recently in Abuja and why he joined that team. I'm just leaving that with him. However, let me answer your questions. You see, this is a country, unfortunately, that is bedeviled with so much corruption. If Asuwaju were not what he is, with stupendous amount of money to bribe everyone from the courts and everything, he will not be contesting elections. Because from his name to his school to his health, everything about him is based on lies, and nobody wants to prove that. Nobody wants to prove that because everyone is bribed to say what they want to say. However, Nigerians can see.
I understand your question very well. Yes, once we have been able to prioritize the welfare of our troops, the problems will be at least half solved. When last have you heard issues of accidental discharge from the police anymore? When last did you hear that? It is because at least we have been able to at least solve some of their issues. But the military who is currently at the war front, their welfare not being prioritized. And that's because of the vacuum that have been created at the military pension board. Then again, these are all kinetic approach that we have designed to fight insecurity in Nigeria. What happened to the non-kinetic approach? We must try as much as possible, to address economic hardship. Nigerians are not having it smooth, in as much that we understand that yes, it is targeted towards having a better Nigeria. The removal of the fuel subsidy created a problem for us. Today, the inflation in the country has created a problem. Farmers' headers clashes has also brought about food scarcity and has also created another issues of insecurity, again, in food agricultural insecurity. So as it is, we have to look at, the balance. While we are fighting the kinetic, we are using the kinetic approach, we must ensure that we bring in poverty alleviation. Bring in programs that will be targeted towards ensuring a better life for Nigerians. Because we have a lot of out-of-school children in the north now, or because some could not be able to afford schools, tuition fees. We have a whole lot of insecurity around the north central, northeast and north, particularly in north central now and also in northeast. We must see how possible we are going to bring stakeholders on board to address the problems. When last did we talk about, community engagement? How well are the community engaged in the fight against insecurity? Intelligence is not even, a problem to us. But the issue is how well do we utilize the intelligence? So let's see how we can bring in the community to be part and parcel of the fight against insecurity, understanding that what government is all doing is targeted towards ensuring a better life for Nigerians. Not until that, if Nigerians are not assured of the next life, of the next dispensation, they won't be committed to the fight against insecurity. So Nigerians also need to own the country by contributing with intelligence and ensuring that they are also not, aiding and abetting this insecurity within the local communities.
Right.
And they can only do that only when we are sure then of protection of their lives.
So my position with what happened was a strike that was intended to kill terrorists. I think it is more logical to assume that there might have been casualties or possibly civilians that were affected. I'm not really sure, but I am most certain that that attack was carried out on terrorists. Otherwise, official, authorities of the state will know, because they have been in the picture. So obviously, I do not think
when is Amnesty International and Reuters news agency are reporting upwards of 200, and they seem to be very sure that that they're civilians. So where might they be getting their own reports from, and who should we believe at this point?
Yes, let me be very clear with you with regards to Amnesty International and those the news outlets. Yes, they did say 200 or even more. You would remember that in Doma local government in Nasarawa state, there was an airstrike a couple of years ago. Much as it happened this way, the Nigerian military explained the time it took to study that environment and why it struck and the target it struck. But at some point it was overwhelmed by reports such that comes from Amnesty International, and then a very speedy report from the United Nations that captured that attack as a genocide against Fulani people. But then for so many years, people would let you know, especially those around, those in Benue, that the most deadly attacks in Benue, the Islamists were traced from that place to launch the attack and retreated to that area. So what does seem to be happening is this, that they have created a scenario where they could strike and retreat into a certain kind of population, mostly theirs, that looks like just an ordinary civilian population. So it is making it impossible to basically kill them in mass. So once they escape a scene of attack, where they attack and they escape, it is difficult to look at them and say, these are terrorists. So it takes time to gather, intelligence before you launch that attack. Where they stay is not just a militarized zone. It's a place where they have women, where they cook, where they pray, where they do a lot of things like ordinary civilians do it. So I will not go with either Reuters or Amnesty International in this regard. The reason is because both military and civilian of late have suffered heavy casualties from the hands of these people, mostly in ambush. But the problem is that there is a pattern that the very moment the military heightens its aggression against these people, there are strong forces that condemn it. An example is you would find somebody like Sheikh Gumi also sharing a similar view that they were civilian targets. But if you look at his track record, he has always spoken on behalf of terrorists. And he has the opinion that they should not be killed. When they are bombed, he believes that it's a genocide. He believes they should be listened to. He believes what they deserve, what they demand should be done to them so that people live in peace. So when you have strong forces as such, looking at such aggression against terrorists, they will definitely classify them as, civilians. So possibly those people were misinformed, or perhaps there is a conspiracy where those channels are just waiting. The very moment we realize they are taking out these people, we have to...
You have watched it and you have confirmed it. Now the question is this: how long shall we continue living in this fears, in this brutality of terror in this damn country called Nigeria? It can last much as Nigeria still existing as one. Yes, because there is no remedy. There is no remedy at all. One Nigeria is a crime against humanity. That is why we are totally disagree in this one Nigeria. We are advocating for total disintegration of this country, because it's only that we give a total edge of lastly solution to these evil atrocities. Let the North go and Islamize themselves. Yes, since the religion have brought war to the world, the Christian, the Muslim, the Hindus and whatever, all those things are just man-made. Man-made created religion to divide you, to brainwash you. There is no religion in heaven. Only one God we have. Then why shall we divide ourselves if we truly that we believe in God, who is the maker of the whole universe? Is Biafra or nothing? Nigeria now is just the beginning. You haven't seen it coming. Yes, this is money. The nightmare is around the corner. Divide this country. I have your peace. Who am I? I'm only a messenger. If you love what I do here in this Global Love Channel TV, please don't hesitate to touch a hand for subscribe button, like and turn on the notification bell, so that whenever we upload a new video like this, you'll be the first person to be notified. And in doing that, you're encouraging us to do more, because togetherness, we shall save life together. Africa life matters. Don't play with your life. Till next time, see you in my next video. Bye for now. Thank you.